Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the fascinating journey of football's absolute biggest teenage sensation. A player who isn't just breaking records, he's completely rewriting the rulebook on what a young athlete can achieve on the global stage.
So who actually is the world's best teenage football player? If you ask the fans, or the pundits, pretty much everyone points to exactly one name. We're about to explore a meteoric rise that took a kid from a working-class neighborhood all the way to the absolute pinnacle of international football.
And just to give you a sense of exactly how highly this talent is valued by his club, 1 billion euros. That's a billion with a B. Back in October 2023, when extending his contract, Barcelona locked him down with a jaw-dropping 1 billion euro buyout clause. It really emphasizes his monumental, virtually irreplaceable value to the team, and remember, this is at a ridiculously young age.
Part 1. Lamine Yamal, Football Wonder.
Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Ebana was born on July 13, 2007 in Esplugues de Llobregat, Spain. His multicultural heritage is a really beautiful part of his story. His mother, Sheila Ebana, is from Equatorial Guinea and his father, Munir Nasraoui, is from Morocco. In fact, he was named Lamine and Yamal to honor two specific people who had helped his parents financially right before he was born.
Part 2. Early Life and Roots.
Now, his footballing journey began incredibly early. Born in 2007, he joined his local club La Torreta when he was just 4 years old. By 2014, at the tender age of 6, his talent was already so undeniable that Barcelona scouted him and brought him straight into their famous La Masia Academy. But even with that early attention, his roots remained deeply grounded. He grew up in Rocafonda, a neighborhood in Mataró that the publication El País famously described as forgotten, isolated, stigmatized. It's a pretty stark contrast to the glittering, massive stages he plays on today. But he hasn't forgotten where he came from. If anything, he's brought immense pride and recognition to that working-class community.
And you can literally see that pride every single time he scores. 304. That number represents the last 3 digits of his hometown's postcode in Mataró, 08304. He flashes this number with his hands to celebrate his goals, honoring his community, and making absolutely sure the world knows exactly where Lamine Yamal comes from.
Of course, as a young boy in La Masia, he was nurtured and inspired by watching the absolute best. His footballing idols, Ronaldinho, Lionel Messi, and Neymar. Growing up watching these legendary players undoubtedly shaped his own style. You can see it in his incredible dribbling, his vision, and that undeniable creativity on the ball.
Part 3. The Leap at Barcelona. 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old. That is the exact age Yamal was on April 29, 2023, when he subbed in for Gavi. That made him the youngest player to appear for Barcelona's first team since Armando Sagui all the way back in 1922. We're talking about over a century of history, completely rewritten by a teenager.
But despite all the sudden fame and the broken records, there's this wonderfully grounding fact about his early success. When he was awarded the inaugural Golden Boy, the youngest trophy, he actually missed the ceremony. Why? Well, because he had school. It's a brilliant reminder that beneath the superstar status, he was still just navigating life as a high school student.
Fast forward just a bit to the 2024-2025 season, and he became an absolute cornerstone of the Barcelona team. At just 17 years old, he was integral to Barcelona achieving a massive domestic treble, winning La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Supercopa de España.
To really illustrate his impact in the biggest moments, let's talk about the May 2025 El Clasico against Real Madrid. Madrid went up 2-0 early with a brace from Kylian Mbappe, but then Barcelona staged an incredible 3-4 comeback win. The crucial turning point? Yamal's curling shot into the bottom corner to equalize the game at 2-2. It completely shifted the momentum of the match and ultimately put Barcelona within just one win of the La Liga title.
Part 4. International Achievements with Spain.
Just trace this relentless sequence of milestones for a second. He makes his senior debut in 2023 at 16. By 2024, he helps Spain win their 4th European Championship. In 2025, they're Nations League runners-up, and then the ultimate prize, winning the 2026 FIFA World Cup in North America. It's almost hard to comprehend the duality of his success. On one side, you have monumental club success with a domestic treble and a 1 billion euro clause. On the other, unparalleled country success as a Euro 2024 champion and a 2026 World Cup winner. He essentially conquered both pillars of global football before most people even enter adulthood. It's just wild.
Part 5. Records and Unforgettable Moments.
Think about these unprecedented age records. The youngest European Championship player and goal scorer at 16. The youngest to feature in a Euro final at 17. And the youngest player ever nominated for the prestigious Ballon d'Or. The sheer wow factor of his ascent is absolutely undeniable.
And of course, the footballing world made his status official. In 2024, Lamine Yamal was awarded the Copa Trophy, officially recognizing him as the undisputed best young player on the planet.
Which brings us to a final, pretty provocative thought. With a World Cup, a European Championship, and a domestic treble already secured, what limits actually exist for a prodigy whose career has quite literally just begun? It leaves you in awe, wondering exactly how high his ceiling truly is. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope you walk away just as amazed by this incredible journey as I am.